Welcome back. Saudi Arabia has been receiving the full extent of mainstream media wrath this month, but it's not for the UK-US-backed Saudi bombing of civilians as numbers of the dead mount in Yemen even this week. All that, let alone the bombing of a school bus or the millions at risk of famine. It's the alleged murder of a Saudi journalist. Joining me now is political satirist and Saudi dissident غانم الدوسري. He cannot return to his home country for fear of death. غانم, thanks for coming on the show. So what is it about what seems like the tragic case of Jamal Khashoggi that trumps?
So, Mohammed bin Salman is going right now an outrage. He's not like silencing people in the kingdom, but he's going abroad to anyone who is speaking up their mind. As you know, and your viewers, I was attacked here in London in broad daylight on the 31st of August. Because I speak up my mind. And the attackers, they're just shouting, who are you to talk about the Saudi royal family?
They said you're a Qatari spy who's...
They say I'm a Qatari spy.
Slandering the kingdom.
Yeah, they say that to anyone. And if you follow their comments in the social media, I'm not a Qatari spy. I'm now Israeli spy. And every day they give you a nickname. This is what they are...
You're not a Qatari spy then?
I've been upgraded to Israeli spy.
But who were these people? I mean, presumably they're investigating. Your understanding is they were Saudis who were visiting London.
Who? The one who
attack
me?
you?
They attacked me. It wasn't a trying. They attacked me, and people recorded it in videos. Of course, they are Saudis, and they disappeared from UK. We don't know their names, and the police are investigating this matter. And I have nothing to comment about it because I'm not government. I can't investigate it. I don't know what their real names and who they are working. But in my incident tells me they are intelligence and they are doing what they've been told to do. Nobody can do such action without a permission from like Crown Prince or King himself. We know the country from inside. Nobody can do that, especially in UK or in Europe or abroad.
Well, we now know that in the Khashoggi case, the Turkish magazine Sabah, owned by the Turkish finance minister, has printed 15 suspects.
Yes.
Now, we can't name them here. I've noticed the BBC are covering the pictures. The press are covering it here. They could be suing for defamation very quickly if any of those pictures are not true. What do you make of the suspects, intelligent suspects, in the case of the alleged murder and dismemberment of Jamal Khashoggi in Turkey?
I am not shocked the Saudis sent 15 to commit this crime in Turkish soil. I'm shocked that Jamal Khashoggi himself was lured to Turkey and he was so naive to walk in that consulate. From the evidence that came from Turkey, we see clearly this 15, they was lying and waiting in the consulate for him to arrive. I've been told from a source in Turkey, the Turkish analyzed the water that coming out from the consulate and they found blood on it. So this is shocking if they dismembered him in the consulate. But let's go back and go through the Saudi using their diplomat in order to silence any voice or to spy in any opposition. In 2003, a Saudi diplomat here in UK was expelled by UK government. I will name him here Ali الشمراني because he bribed a police officer in order to obtain private information in Saudi opposition here. So this is in the media, and so this tells us that the Saudis are using their diplomats in order to commit crimes, basically. I know why they are committing, because they are not afraid from the West. Yeah, we see President Trump in the last month or so, he's just appearing on TV. King Salman, you need to pay, you have to pay. I'm sure you have to pay, you got He never asked King Salman or Crown Prince to stop committing crimes abroad. 3 years the Yemen war is ongoing and nobody is benefiting. They said they are there to bring the legitimate government, but the only one suffering in Yemen is the Yemeni people. So, and we see children being slaughtered, you know. So, and this responsibility is to the UK government, of course, and to America. And by history, who put this I would call them thugs, King bin Saud in power. Who put them in power? UK, and I think they have more power on them to make them behave.
غانم الدوسري, thank you.
You're welcome, sir.